Hey everyone, welcome back to Triple Threat Comics YouTube channel. I'm your host Ian Miller, and here we're welcoming back a very good friend of mine who's got a very kick-ass Kickstarter going right now for our comic series, Worthy Chaos Redemption. Please welcome Corissa Grant.
Hello. Thanks for having me on.
Of
Appreciate it.
course,
Yeah. I always love coming on here.
yeah. I was actually just telling Carissa guys that the last time she was actually on was August of last year, and that was for issue 7 of her series.
Yeah. And now we're at issue 12, which is incredible. Yeah, we only started a year and a half ago. And the artist is now finishing inking the last 5 pages of 17. So yeah, that's crazy to me. It just it's just addicting. I can't know what to tell you. It's like we're working on we were talking about before this, working on a Western, which is the prequel.
Yeah,
And we we're like, oh, we'll eventually do it. And then we're like, let's do it now. Like it's just like it wasn't even like 2 weeks. I had said to a couple people, like I did my first guest spot at the Horror Con over here in Knoxville this past
yeah.
weekend. And I was telling people, oh, we really want to do a Western. We wrote like 7 issues already and we would just love it. And they're like, oh, we would totally read that. And I was like, really? Because I was like, I don't know how Westerns, I love Westerns. So I was telling them about how you get to hunt the cryptids, the Wendigo, the Jersey Devil, Chupacabra. There will be Bigfoot and like Mothman there. Those two are good. The other ones are generally evil. Or not evil. It's kind of like, they're doing their own thing. But yeah, it was really cool to do it. And it's different. So Redemption is like a survival horror adventure. They're trying to get away from their fathers, which they do in the Western too. Actually, the nice thing about in the Western, in Redemption, the fathers are working behind the scenes to kind of like mess with them. Like they're having Anubis go after them, and they're having hellhounds go after them. But they don't do that in the Western. They just straight up go after them. Like it's like, and the nice thing is, for those who don't know, Draven is a demon descendant assassin, and Seraphina is an angel descendant and a supernatural hunter. And I don't know if you guys have seen Supernatural. There is a Western one, which is where we fell in love with it. And that one, they talk about Samuel Colt, which I think he's in that episode.
Yeah.
Historically thinking, he is past by the time, because this is the 1880s. So Samuel Colt had already passed in the 1862, but his son, who was also a inventor, Codwell, is in it, and he had trained Seraphina to be a supernatural hunter. So we try to keep historically accurate and all that stuff. Everything except for the speech. We didn't want to hurt her brains. They're gonna, sometimes they have a Western twang and sometimes they don't. It just depends how excited they are, I suppose. But yeah, so in Redemption, it's more Silent Hill, Resident Evil, and always Supernatural, because that's how we roll. And the Western's pretty much more like Supernatural. It's she's a supernatural hunter, and we have more reoccurring things, like for anyone that's read ours, in issues 4 through 6, we have Clotters, which is our mutated vampires, which I love. I love the Clotters, and I wanted more of the Clotters. So in the Western, you actually get to see how they mutated and how they started this new species. And so they're actually reoccurring in it. They actually stalk them and go after them and all that stuff. Werewolves too will be reoccurring, and demons are always reoccurring. So whereas in Redemption, they're kind of on a trajectory path. Like they're just on the run, like trying to get away from whatever, which I love, because it's like nonstop, crazy. Hence chaotic. It's a lot of chaos. But in Western, they're the ones kind of seeking the path, like they have to find all these cryptids, and there's a list that they need to acquire. They get tricked into acquiring these things. So like they need a piece of the wing from the Jersey Devil, a piece of the antler from the Wendigo. But as we talked about before, to torture our characters, they cannot kill him, because how easy would that be? Just like, oh, he's down, kill him. No. It needs to hold the immortality powers of the creature. So you can only do that while it's still alive. You can kill it after if you want, but it has to be alive. So I was thinking about how torturous it would be to get this antler from a Wendigo. Like those things are like horrible. We have a lot of favorites, but we have a couple of our own. Like we have a dragon plant, which is amazing. I just love this thing. But we have this really stupid one. Like we had to throw in some stupid ones. So we have a ram. Now, I'm dyslexic, so I'm not going to say the name that I actually wrote for it, but it's Latin for sheep. I think it's a sheep, night sheep or something. But these things, they go into a ranch and they eat one of the sheep there, and then they take its place. So they look like a regular sheep. The only thing is, when it's a full moon, they glow bright green. And their eyes glow gold. But the reason why I did that is, if you actually look at sheep at night, their eyes look like they're glowing, and they're scary as all hell. So what the thing about our sheep is, they're more of a nuisance than anything. However, their breath can put you to sleep, which is how the myth of counting sheep put you to sleep. So when shepherds would count their sheep, if they're too close to ours, then they'll smell the breath and they'll go unconscious. And the more of these sheep that there are, the longer you'll sleep. So if there's like a whole herd of them, you're just probably gonna sleep forever. So that was fun. And then we have this one. This is really just to torture our characters more. But if you've seen Inuyasha, I don't know if anyone's seen it, there's a crow in the beginning that steals like the gem and then like kind of like goes after them, starts the whole thing. So we have those crows. They're six-eyed crows, but they can change their size. They can go from small to large, whatever. But if they get too scared, frustrated, or whatever, they burst into flames. And my characters need to get the feather. So every time they'll grab one, they'll just burst into flames and torture our poor torture our poor characters. So that'll be fun to deal with. So I like that. Also, of course, I love horses. And who doesn't love the damn cowboy hats? So, but it's kind of cool because you get to see how they met in this life. And of course, they still have that instant attraction, but they also have that self-doubt, because he's still a demon. So he still has that like, murderous, past and all that stuff. And so they have that doubt, but they also now have their fathers kind of messing with them, like, because hers is an angel, so who's not going to believe an angel? And he'll be like, don't trust him, he's a demon, and you don't want to go near him. And then we have some funny parts with the angel and demon bickering back and forth, which is my favorite. So I love all that stuff. So yeah, I love both series. Redemption is great. As we were saying, this is the last issue in book 2. And the issues, technically, people are like, what's book 2? Okay, it's technically when we wrote them per books. So like book 1 was issues 1 through 7. And that was more Silent Hillish. They meet up after 10 years of thinking each other's dead in a town that's merging with hell. They're trying to get away from the hellhounds, the ghost, Anubis, pretty much anything. Their father's kind of messing with them. They never meet their fathers in Redemption, though, so it's kind of fun to have them meet them in Western. I think in like issue 3 or something, they just come down and and they also get their powers in the Western, which they don't get their powers in Redemption till like, I think at the end of book 3, there's like a hint of it, and then they get to kind of use it in 4. But in this one, they can use it. However, they don't know how. Like, it just kind of appears. And every time they do, it signals to their father where they are. So they gotta put some limit on it, otherwise they're too strong. But it's kind of like, so she can heal him, and she has white powers and he has dark powers. So it's kind of like every time they use it, their fathers will sense him and they'll go to him. So it gives them this task. They shouldn't use it, but if they have to, they can. So that's fun to do. I like the trickery between them. Obviously they sense each other, that they know each other, but they don't really know who they are. I mean, at one point she's like, well, he is a demon, and demons are taught to trick you. So it's kind of like this internal struggle of, I feel like I can trust him, and I feel like he's somebody that I can be with, and then it's like, what if it's all a trick? Like, what if that's part of the magic? And so that was really fun to write. And we're still in that phase because we're on issue 7, so we're still kind of in like, I don't want to be apart from you, but I don't know if I should stay with you. But yeah. So
Well,
really
most relationship has trust issues
right?
after several bad breakups. So yeah.
Absolutely. And with Redemption, this issue 12, with it being the last one, just like the last one in book 1, issue 7, that one was 40 pages. This one is also 40 pages.
Oh,
Yeah, so it's a double issue, but you pay the same. And that's obviously nice for everyone. And for me, because I had to pay for extra pages. But I had a story to tell, so I have to end it where I want to, of course. And a lot of answers, a lot of questions get answered, and of course, a lot of more questions appear at the end. We do get to see Davies. That guy's ruthless. He's the guy that can kill you with a smile, he's the professional villain, and he's actually in the Western too, and you won't know why or how until like the end, because you're like, how the hell is he 100 years before? Like, how does that work? Because it's not a previous life for him. So that's really cool, and I enjoy that. Now the ending is really, really intense. The whole issue is very intense. A lot happens. Anubis is in it more. The Hellhounds are in it more. Anubis and the Hellhounds are fighting, and all this stuff. We have a crocodile they get to fight, and all that stuff. So
wow.
yeah, so it's really, really fun to do. You get to see how they get out of town finally. You thought they got out of town in book 1, and then you're like, what the hell? And then this one you get to see how they get out of the asylum, and they get out of everything. So that's really fun too. Now my favorite is book 3, and that's supposed to have favorites, but my favorite's book 3. And it's very Resident Evil-esque. So that'll start January 8th. I think it's 8th,
Okay.
8th or 9th. I think it's 8th. That'll start then with issue 13, which will obviously answer what happens in 12. But in 14 through 22 is like a Resident Evil 2 era, where it's a continuation, and they don't just, there's a reason. But they're in the city trapped with 2 survivors. And my favorite part about these 2 survivors is, one, somebody wrote me like, I hate this guy. The colorist's wife is like, I hate this guy. I was like, you're supposed to. But my favorite part about it is that it brings out jealous Draven, because this guy keeps flirting with Seraphina, and obviously she doesn't flirt back at all. But Draven doesn't care, and he'll just shove him to the side, or it takes every ounce of him not to kill this guy, which I love. Like, my favorite is jealous Draven. Like, I love it. It really brings out his personality. It's always funny to me that this guy is this tough demon, that'll rip your head straight off, but then he'll go and hold Seraphina's hand. So it's just like, he'll be like this about the ruthless guy. He'll tear you apart. He'll throw you to the wolves, and he'll be like, I'll be right there, sweetheart. So it's always, I don't write for Draven, so my co-writer writes Draven. For anyone that doesn't know, my co-writer writes everything Draven, and I write everything Seraphina, and then we share the other characters. And it gives them this, the 2 unique personalities, which is really nice.
Yeah.
And someone read it once, like, wow, they were really different characters. You're a great writer. I was like, no. That is not me. I am not that good. But you can tell who writes who, because Seraphina, like me, will talk nonstop and barely thinks. And then Draven's like thinking all the time and like barely talks. Draven is the most thinking character ever. Like, I think in like issue 5, he has like a ton of thinking, and Seraphina's just yapping away, and he's just like thought after thought after thought. And then in the asylum in book, I want to say 11, but I'm not sure. 9, maybe 9. You know, he's having all this self-doubt, you know, should I stay with her? Should I not stay with her for her protection? Should I leave? You know? And it's what I love about these characters is that they will do anything for the other character, which tortures the other character because like they want to protect each other and all it does is cause them to get hurt more. So I kind of like that. I also like what are the extreme lengths they'll go to for the other person. So, but I love that about them. Oh, and also new merch because here's my new merch.
Well, on that note, why don't we show them the Kickstarter page?
Yeah. So this is our if you've read issue 10, this is our chameleon vampire bat Chatty. And he's awesome. He squeaks, he talks a lot, hence the Chatty. But also, if you think about it, the name is the beginning of it is Chatty is chameleon and the end of it is bat. So yeah, so there's three really great covers. There's a new plushie Bastille for anyone that doesn't know. I think she was in the last one too, but so there's 4 covers in this one, but it's mostly because there's a variant.
Yeah.
If you want to go up a little bit.
Let's,
if you want to show the video, the first minute of it, you can. Just the first minute. So when Anubis comes out, you can stop there after he roars because I just love watching him roar. But if you want to watch the first minute, for anyone else that wants to watch it, you could watch the first. Oh, somebody pledged more. It's the same amount of backers, so somebody up there pledged, so that's awesome.
nice.
Yeah, I don't mind that one. Because I was like, oh, it's 35. Yeah, that's what I had, and then I was like, wait, 1893. All right, well, I'll take it. So if you play the first one, for anyone else that wants to go back and watch it, it has the summary for 1 through 11, so you can kind of see what everything is. So the first minute is telling you about this issue, and then there's a new animation, which I don't think was in our last one, but you can play it if you want.
Right.
Yeah. That's a crocodile I was telling you about.
Wow.
And there's Davies coming. That guy's crazy. I love writing him. I feel like I need therapy after I write him, but I'll take it. It talks about the ending and what Draven's going to do. And here's our new animation, which I don't know if you've seen, but
No, we didn't see this though.
yeah. So this is actually the cover of the hardcover coming up, the book 2.
Wow.
Yeah. It's gorgeous. It just got shipped, so it'll take like a month and a half or so. But man, I'll show you a picture later. There's like a ton of boxes. Like I cannot believe how many I'm like, oh my god, that looks like more than the last one, but it can't be. It has to be the same amount. I'm like, where the hell am I going to store these? So that'll be fun to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but if you want to scroll down, you can see the covers we got.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so that's our main cover. Yeah.
Yeah.
No hinting there at all. And there's and then well, that's how she was at the end of the last one too. So so this is a great cover with the Hellhounds. They can breathe fire. We don't actually do it in this episode, but the artist really wanted to do fire, so there you go. And then the next cover, I love Fabio. He already did 3 of them for the Western. He's done the covers of ones we haven't written yet. That's how badly I wanted him to do the covers.
Wow.
So she doesn't have that outfit in there, and he didn't know it because that was her original outfit. So if you scroll down, he fixed it for me, and then we have the nurse outfit. So now there's 2 that you can get, which is nice.
Yeah.
It was just funny because I was like, oh man, I forgot to tell you, we upgraded to having her have the nurse outfit. It's like, oh, all right, well, we'll have to fix that then. She looks gorgeous there.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you the story of why she's in the nurse outfit?
No, you didn't tell me.
Okay, so it's a funny story. My artist has no memory. Horrible horrible memory. We have to actually literally go back and make sure everything that he has to draw is in the panel. Like, you know, is her hat there? Is her dagger there? So she got wounded in issue 8, and he kept forgetting the wound. So I had to keep saying, go back and fix the wound, go back and fix the wound. It was driving me crazy. So I'm like, that's it. She has to change her shirt. You know, that's it. But then I'm like, okay, so she can't find the same color shirt, because what are the odds? They're trapped in an asylum from like the 50s. What are the odds that they're going to have her shirt? I don't want her to have a white shirt, and he has a black shirt, and gray's more him. And I was like, oh, what the hell could she wear? And I was like, nurse outfit. So it was all just, it wasn't in this, it wasn't in books or anything. And after we put her in it, I was like, well, that was brilliant. I was like, she looks so incredibly good in there. So yeah, I'll take it. So, but yeah, so you can scroll down if you want to see some of the pages.
Now this is the crocodile creature you were talking about.
Yeah, I have somewhere. Hold on. This came yesterday. Is the crocodile slushy?
Wow.
Yeah, he's awesome. So that's the prototype. I haven't decided if I'm gonna just sell him, keep him, or buy them. I haven't decided yet. So decisions, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's Serafina is one of my favorite pages. She pretty much almost kills the guy with the pencil. It's like one of my favorites. I think that's how it should be.
Yeah, she started John Wick on him.
Yeah. That was actually one of my favorite scenes that I wrote in the book. And I was so glad we got to use it, because it's actually from a different scene, and we took that 2 issues out from this. That's why there's only 5. Now they're all going to be 5, but so I had to leave it in, and then it fit perfectly here, and I was like, yeah, I'm definitely going to do that. So yeah, worked out. And then there's the Hellhounds and Anubis, of course.
Wow, this is great stuff, especially with Anubis. He looks very menacing.
Oh yeah, he's amazing, and you can kind of see that you're not sure what's going on, but he acts weird towards her, and she doesn't even know why. So it's kind of funny. But if you scroll down, you can see their fathers arguing, and the Anubis was fighting with the Hellhounds in the background, which cracked me up.
Wow. Yeah, great stuff.
Yeah, I really love the pages. Oh, that's the video for the blacklight that we just these are the metal covers just came today, so I actually added the video today. I love metal covers. It's back there. Let me show you. So we did something a little different this time, and we got only 5 numbered of the metal. You can see the metal.
Wow.
But we got 5 blacklight metal. So they're all numbered. So there's only 5 and 5. So they're very rare. And one of each is gone. So there's 4 left of those, which is nice. So, yeah. So we have a different stretch goal now. We don't have what stretch goals that people normally have. We have personal ones. If you spend more than 50, you get a sticker. If you spend more than 75, you get trading cards. And if you spend more than, I think it's 100, you get Anubis. If you scroll down a little bit, you can see they're Anubis army men. They're not 3D. They're actually little army men. And you get a random one. Yeah. So, well, because I always thought it was weird that if you spend 200, you get the same reward as someone that spends $10. So I figure this would be a little bit more incentive for people. And then you have the reward tiers. As always, you get issues 1 and 2, the PDFs. Now these are the actually relettered ones. And if for also $5, you get all covers for the PDFs.
Wow.
Yeah. So, well, because I don't know, people charge more for it, but you know, whatever, you're buying a PDF. So, and then, and for anyone that doesn't know, if you buy a tier, it always comes with the PDFs. So whatever, like if you're buying issue 1, it comes with PDF issue 1, but if you're getting issue 12, then you get obviously issue 12 PDFs.
Yeah.
So you don't have to buy both. I've had people buy both, and I'd be like, no, you don't have to do that. So save your money.
Okay, so we got issue 1 printed, the PDF, and a couple of these pins and a key chain.
Yeah, you got a keychain, some buttons, which is nice. And then you have that's the issue 12. So we used to do stickers and stuff, but when you buy every single one of them, you don't really need those. And so I put the stickers and the add-ons and stuff. I just lowered the tier. So you have the $10 tier. The Hellhound cover is 12. And then the Fernando one is 15, and then the Angel, the Nurse one is 19. And they're all numbered. I think there's only like 25 of each, so there isn't a lot of them.
Yeah.
We have a new keychain there, which is nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. We just got those. I love those. Actually, they're right here. Actually, pretty cool looking. See?
Oh.
Yeah, they're all embroidered. I love embroidery, so I have a simple mind. And then I think there's only, don't quote me, but I think there's only 5 of these prequels left. This is the first prequel, which is This Life. So it's technically this, whatever. But so we only printed 25 of those, and there's, I think, 5 left. You can also get them in the add-ons. Then the spin-off, the black and white one, is the next tier. And then there's only 25 of those. I think there's like 10 left of those. Then we have the original art, who's also the same artist that did the spinoff. He kind of screwed me over. He's the one that stole $3,000, and then I spent $2,000 to fix it. Then I found my artist. But there's only 50 of those printed. That was actually the first Kickstarter I ever did. So there's only 50, and they won't be printed again. And I think we have like 11 left of those. So you can get those in the add-ons. You can get the tier or whatever, but yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And then for $25, you can get the entire catch-up on PDFs. Also, if you want the hardcover, there's the hardcover is $39, but for $50, you can get the hardcover and all 12. So you can the PDFs. So you can catch up for $50 too, and have also the hardcover, which is this. The hardcover is awesome, by the way.
Wow.
Yeah, everyone loves the hardcover. I love it. It's gorgeous.
Yeah. I remember you showed it to me. I was like, wow, that came out great.
Yeah, I'm so impressed with the same printer did the second book. And they did it way faster this time. But I think last time I bought it like during their Chinese holiday or something, like some holiday. And hurricane season probably with my luck.
Yeah.
So then we have the plushies, of course. You can get a couple. These are also the add-ons. So if anyone wants the plushies, and they're a lot cheaper because they're commercially made. So they're only $29 each for all the commercially made plushies. We still have some handmade plushies, but there's only, I think, 1 left of the skeleton and 1 left of the hellhound and 1 left of the puppy. And we probably won't make them again. So if anyone wants them, go pick them up. They're limited edition of like 3. So yeah, they're handmade collectible, and that's it with them. Also,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, for anyone that wants the variant covers, we did stock up. So there's 25 of each. Well, now there's some have sold, but we reprinted 25 of them. But they won't be reprinted again. So if anyone wants any variants, go get them in the add-ons, because once they're gone, they're gone. So it's time to get them.
Yeah. I see with the newest plushie, you added the staff this time, as opposed to last time. Because
yeah, so there's 2 staffs. There's the foam one, or there's the 3D one. I love the 3D one, but I hate shipping it. But there's only 50 or 40. I think it's 40. There's 40 with the 3D staffs left, not left, total. So 15 left. Dude, there's 15 left of the staff. The foam staff, I don't know how many there's left. Maybe 20. I don't know. They're so much easier to ship though, so I love them. Her weapon looks cool. I didn't like the foam staff. No, don't buy it because I don't like it, but I didn't like it as much. Hers is awesome. It's just the curved sword. So it's nice. I do like hers. I don't know why they charged me twice as much to make her than him. I kept it the same price for people, but I get like half the profit. I don't know why they did that. So I only bought 50 of her. So there was 100 of Anubis, and was only 50 of her, but I don't know why they did that. I mean, they're pretty much the exact same thing with different outfits. And he has weird legs. He's got these cool freaking legs that they actually did like phenomenally. But I don't know.
Yeah.
They just want to be mean. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sucks.
And obviously, this is the hardcover.
Yep, that's the hardcover. You get the PDF for all 12. I actually you get the PDF for the hardcover, but you also get the single PDFs 1 through 7 because I don't know, it's very it's a large file, so some people had trouble with it, so I put all of it in there. And then the next one is the 3 main covers. You'd have to buy the nurse one. Though if you message me, I'll switch them out. I don't really care. But if you want all 4 of them, you can get the nurse one in the add-ons too. So, and then of course we have the 3 statues, which I hate. I hate shipping these things. I just hate them. It's like such a guessing game. Will it make it there or not? I don't know. So I have so much merch. I don't even look here.
Well, that's the thing, because when you're having the statues, you got to make sure that they're wrapped, carefully.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, I still have I have Hellhounds, 3D statues I still have to put up. I have the other Anubis, which is the chibi one, but that staff is such a bitch. Like it broke. This one of my higher up tiers, higher up backers. I just sent it 3 times. Like, and I insured them all, but I never claimed them. But I insured them. I tried it in cotton. I tried it in what they came. Like when the guy sent it to me, they were like thrown in there with bubble wrap and they survived. Like I'm like, did I wrap it too well? Like it can't breathe? I don't know. Drives me crazy. Seriously. But anyway. We have the pillows. Now someone had bought that. It was sold out, but now it's back. So there's one left. She actually wrote me and apologized. She got injured, her teeth are injured or something. So yeah, so I don't blame her. She's a really good backer. She buys a lot of my plushies. But yeah, that's the pillow with he's actually right here. Cute Hellhound pillow. There's also the Anubis pillows there. They're about a foot. You can get like different sizes. Like if someone wrote to me, I have the 3 feet one, but these things are not easy to ship. So if you want one, I'll get it for you, but no. And this is what I was talking about before. So $50, you get the hardcover, 222 pages, the first 7 issues, and then you get all the PDFs. So you can catch up, and then when the hardcover comes, you can get the next hardcover. I'm so excited to get that hardcover. Not to unpack them or store them, but to get them. And then of course we have yeah. I'll show you as soon as I get. Actually, I have a video. Did I send you that? I'll have to send you that to you. Yeah. Let's see. Before I forget. So yeah, if you scroll down, there's more. We do have some statues that are handmade. There's only 1 of each. Here we go. There's the skeleton birds. There's only 1 left. They had a higher run. They had 6. But 2 of them were ours, so there's only 4 to sell. They sold really fast, so he's the last one. And then we have the commercially made Hellhound pre-order in the add-ons, but this is the handmade one if anyone wants it.
Wow.
Yeah, I love them both. He's more an angry looking one, the other one's adorable, so it's pick which one you want. And then we have the Anubis puppy, who has the he's so adorable. He has the removable headdress. So that's the last one on that one. And now the next one is another way that you can catch up. It's the hardcover 1 through 7, but then the singles 8 through 12. So you're caught up and everything's physical, and you'll get the PDFs too, 1 through 12. But for $85, you get all the physical too. And then there's one more coming up that I think for 115, then you can get all the singles 1 through 12.
Wow.
To me, I love the hardcover. I love them all. I like to I like to I was gonna say I like to read the singles, but I like to read the hardcover too. To me, the hardcover is so permanent, so like I have to own the
Yeah,
hardcover. But I
yeah.
like getting the singles because I get them faster, and so I like them both. I'm one of those people has to have them both. But everyone picks their poison. So this is I don't even have one of these. This is the Draven statue. It's about 10 inches thing, and it's the chibi version of him. The next one is the blacklight that I was telling you about. So not only is there only 5 blacklight metal covers, there's also the trading cards. So they're blacklight trading card metal cards too. So
Wow.
yeah, we've never done that before. They were having a special, and I said, "Well, can you do 5 and 5?" And like, yeah, and I was like, "Well, there we go." And there's the catch-up tier 1 through 12. You get all the regular titles. You also get buttons and stickers, trading card, the PDFs, and the keychain. That's a good deal. And then there's only one of the there's 2 of them made. One's mine. So there's one for sale. That was one of the first busts we had made. That artist will never do it again. He hates modeling people. So there's that. Then the next one is the catch-up tier for the singles and the hardcover. So you're all caught up for $159 plus the goodies, of course. Then we have the last, I think there was 2 made. There was the last 12-inch metal staff clay handmade statue of Anubis, $225. And then the next one's the ultimate catch-up. It is every cover, every made, variants and regular covers.
Well, that's a great deal right there. I mean, come on, you have to get that.
Yeah, right. That's what I said. And we have a lot of add-ons. We have 2 digital coloring pages, PDF and the PNGs. But they're also printed now too, so you can buy the printed. Only $2 for the digital, 5 for printed, and then you have I think it's 26 and 28 pages of coloring. Yeah, then you get the prequel there. These are the PDFs. So you can have the PDFs of the prequel, the original drawing of issue 1, and the spin-off there. That one's like 32 pages, but it's black and white. Here's the printed coloring pages, which is awesome. By the way, I love it. And what else we got? Oh, stickers, of course. Anubis stickers, magnets. I gotta tell you, doing the add-ons is a real pain in the butt. So they have a new program where you can import the reward. Yeah. They don't have it for the add-ons. You don't have all the same add-ons, and some new ones. So if you would just import it, you would make my life so much better. So I'm hoping that was just like a test to do the reward changes every time. Why would you import the reward? So that's a little bit. It should have been add-ons first, then reward. But whatever. They're trying. I give you credit. Whatever. And then we have I love that keychain, but shipping that thing, it's like this thick. Like it's so freaking thick. It wouldn't fit in like the regular issue thing. So it was such a pain in the butt. But he's so cute. I love him. Then we have the minifigure. I think there's only like 5 left of those. Of course, we have the plushies, Bastille. She's in issue 13, and then in 17, and then she'll be in the other cover. So she's just a minor character for now. We're hoping to do a spin-off of Anubis and everyone else. Hi, Todd. Yeah, see, Todd understands. Yeah, I don't know why they did that. I mean, and I'm sure we all said, can you do the add-ons? And they're like, oh, let's do rewards. And we're like, why are you doing rewards? Because if you imported the add-ons, we wouldn't have to edit anything. It'd just be like, here, all my back issues. You know how many back issues I have? Jeez. Anyway, sorry, that was a rant. Okay. And then these are the new plushies I was telling you about. I did not make tiers for them because I wasn't going to even I hate pre-orders, but people wanted them, so I put them in there. And they're only 50 of each, and a bunch have already sold. So if you scroll down a little bit, you could see the Hellhound. That's the new Hellhound. And Chatty, which is who I'm holding. And then I think you can get the skeleton there. If you get it first, you got to get it through there. Then we have the necklaces. This one's a wooden charm. We have the graved, it's like engraved. It's kind of cool. Then we have, of course, the gold plated coin. And then we have metal cards. And I think there's only one of each left because someone went in and bought them all. So I love metal cards. I have my own binder of metal cards. So I love them. So if you want them, go check them out. There's one left of each.
I buy them quickly, guys. I buy them quickly, like right now.
Yeah. You got to get them, man. They're going to be gone. And they're only limited to 10 made. So that's it. I have someone that gets them every time. Yeah. They're so shiny. I love them. Yeah, those are all the different cards. So,
wow, this is great. This is great stuff.
Yeah. So every campaign we have the 3 covers made, and then they're available in the next one. So these are the last covers. We just started that, which I thought was brilliant of me. And so 12 will be in the add-ons next time. So
okay.
And then you got the variants, the hardcover. That sold so well at the cons. Like they love it. Like selling the hardcover paid for my hotel, the table. The guest spot was free, but when I did Nashville, it paid for everything. The guest spot did really good too. And let me tell you something. It was so weird being a guest because they're like, "Oh, you a celebrity guest?" And I'm like, "I'm a guest." But I was there with like. The guy next to me was the star or one of the stars from House of a Thousand Corpses. And I'm not gonna lie, hi Greg. I didn't know him. Yeah, I take a break in December unless the Western comes out, then I can't make promises. So the guy was next to me, super nice guy. His name's Robert Mooks, I think. The guy is 6'10". Okay, which the poor guy had to hear with every picture he took. Oh, you're so tall. Oh, I can't believe you're so tall. I forgot you're so tall. He is Rufus, the tow truck driver and one of the killers. And anyway, so the first day I was like, "Damn, you're popular." And he's like, "Yeah, I've been doing this a while." I was like, "Now I got to watch a stupid movie tonight." So I went home and I watched it. I came back. I was like, "Okay, now I need your autograph." And he signed it for free. Not only did he sign mine for free, while I was watching it, I told my co-writer, who I figured had seen it. I said, "Have you seen House of a Thousand Corpses?" She's like, "I have the tapestry hanging on my door." It's like, "So yes." So he signed one for her, and I was like, "I'll pay for her." And he's like, "Nope." So he didn't charge me for either one of ours, which is really nice. And have you seen the Terrifier?
No, I actually haven't.
It's crazy, by the way. But it was a reunion there, or I guess not a reunion because they're all together, but there was all the characters there. There's like 10 of them. So I had to get the autographs for her. She loves the Terrifier. Not my favorite movies. I'm more of a horror adventure or Freddy Krueger kind of thing. So, torturing people is not usually my forte. I torture my own character, so maybe I should be taking notes. But he is the nicest guy. Okay, like nicest guy. But my co-writer did make me sit down and watch them, so I did see them. So seeing him was kind of cool because like the biggest guy there, So I was being like a fangirl in the back, and I was taking a picture of because I got to go to the green room, so I could see them. So I was right behind him, and I could poke my head out or whatever. Because I don't know if you know Daniel Roebuck. He did a Roebuck, is that you say? He's in Terrifier 3, but he's also the grandpa in Munsters. Yeah, and he was in like U.S. Marshal and Fugitive. He's the nicest guy ever. Like ever. Like I've never met someone. He gave me his DVD for free. He drew a picture in my book. He gave me a hug when I was leaving. He gave me his email. I mean, the nicest freaking guy. So he was really nice. So I was fangirling in the back and I was taking a picture of the Terrifier and him, and I sent it to my co-writer, and I was looking at my phone, and the Terrifier comes out like to go to the bathroom, but he runs out. He scares the shit out of me. Like I scream. And my co-writer was laughing at me. I was like, the Terrifier just scared me. But he laughed. He thought it was hysterical. So yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. But it's so funny because everyone in horror is so nice. Like it's like, and I even said to him, I was like, "You're either a serial killer and an amazing actor because you're just like the nicest guy." And apparently him and 3 other actors like threw up during scenes because they were so gross. They were so grossed out. And in three, obviously they had to up their game. Like 10 actors were like throwing up. So,
Oh man.
so that's acting for you, man.
Well, yeah. It also goes to show you that what the scene is happening and what's happening in the scene is like, oh god, I can't believe they actually had to make me do this. Well, here we go.
Yeah, yeah. I have to admit, like, it's just such a horrible, not horrible. I mean, it's just such a mean movie, you know. And I don't even remember how it happens in the first one. But if you've ever been through a medieval torture, like the you go through the wax museums, the torture. The worst one I remember as a teenager and as an adult was they hang people upside down, and then they saw them in half. They do that in the first movie to a naked chick. So obviously this scene is now permanently embedded in my head. Like I didn't really need that image, but thanks. So, but
I agree with you. I'm usually into the horror adventure type of stories. I mean, I watched the Evil Dead series, especially the first 3 films. I was like, okay, this is more of my forte because you get the guy who gets beat up by the monsters. He gets to beat up the monsters.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's amazing behind the scenes. I'll probably never be a guest again, but that was fun. I also got free food, free table, free food, free banner, free drinks. I was living it up.
Yeah. You'll get invited back. You'll go back.
Everyone was super nice, though. I got to say, if anyone is in Knoxville, next year, usually I think it's July or August. CreepyCon it was huge. It was a huge con. Half of it's in the dark though, and I guess they like that. I hated it. Like I couldn't see anything. I wanted to shop, so I don't know why they like that, but apparently they like it. So it's called the dark room, which I guess is very fitting. But the super nice, the people there. They were just the nicest people ever. They're just like, you need anything? And I was like, I have more than I've ever needed ever. Like it's like I am good to go. But
that's fantastic. That's fantastic. Okay, so guys, Worthy Chaos Redemption, issues 1 through 12. We got 8 days to go. And yeah, we've seen some movement obviously here, but let's actually buy more of this stuff here because my God, you got so many great products here.
Yeah, we are big into merch. I am apparently named Merch Queen. I don't know how that happened, but they used to make fun of me though when I first started. Like I came out of nowhere apparently. But which is true. I jumped into this like an idiot with no knowledge whatsoever. Isn't that thing annoying that comes up every single time on a Kickstarter? Asks me to confirm, or I don't even know what it's asking.
Oh yeah, that's annoying. That's annoying
every time. But I started buying merch, and I always asked, "Why do you have so much merch?" And I said, "Because I wanted it, and now it's tax deductible." So that was my answer for everything. So
well, there you go.
Yeah. If anyone wants to check out the website, the Kickstarter, the best way to do it is to search Worthy Chaos on Kickstarter or anywhere, Google, whatever. But search Worthy Chaos. We always are the only one that pops up. We are always live or pre-launch, so there's always something there. I already have the next 5 approved, and because this time for the last one, I didn't. Two campaigns ago. They had approved my pre-launch for a week after it ended. Usually I send the link out the day of because I'm instantly approved. So the day it ends, the new one's there. I heard for a whole week, where's the link? So I finally got approved and sent it. And I was like 80 followers in like 24 hours. Like, that's nice. That's an ego boost. So yeah. And now we're going to have the Western one's already approved it. I haven't put it into pre-launch yet, but I'm hoping you're not supposed to have a Kickstarter in December, so it's probably going to be February. So the Kickstarters for Worthy Chaos are going to be pushed back a little bit. So it's going to be every other time. So we're going to have a Kickstarter every 6 weeks. So people have 2 extra weeks to save up some money. So that's a little better. But if you're just getting Redemption, then it's every 12 weeks. If you want the Western, it'll be every 12 weeks. So it's every 6 weeks we have one, which will be nice to do. So we have like 8 next year. So we'll have 8 Kickstarters next year.
Oh God, you're gonna be very busy.
Yeah.
Very
So
busy.
Greg's saying not another one, take a break. I take a break in December. So my new artist is working on the issue 1 of the Western. It's called Devastation. And it's traditionally drawn. So now, sorry to say, I don't sell my characters because we have some weird obsession. Issue 1 will be in a lockbox, somewhere, fireproof safe or something. But we will have some pages for sale. They won't have our characters in it, like Draven or Seraphina, but they'll have some of the demons. They'll have some cryptids in it. So if you like Bigfoot or Mothman or Wendigo, they'll probably have one of those. So we're probably going to sell a couple of those in the future. So, and then starting, I know we're really far ahead, but 2026 Redemption will actually also have traditional pages too. So, yeah,
Oh,
would that be crazy? So
yeah.
I'm excited about that. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with them all because I can't sell most of them. But my co-writer and I are gonna split them. Like we're gonna actually like set them up, and we have to choose one. I get first choice. I'm always gonna go for like the kiss or the killing. Like there's only two things that I go for. So we'll see which one I get. But I'm so excited for it. I got the first pencils for the first cover, and I love it. It's Draven and her on their horses. So I was like, oh, I need this so bad. So yeah, good times. But time with you flies by because it's already 51 minutes. Maybe it's because I never shut up. That could do it too. But I always do appreciate you having me on. So you're so easy to talk to, even though you don't talk half of it because I won't shut up. But
No. You have to understand. I love it. When people get very passionate about their projects and tell us more about the projects because I share that passion as well with my own stuff. So don't worry about it. And it's always a joy to talk to you. It always is.
Thank
Always
you.
is.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I mean, I always love to talk about the story. Obviously. And it's nice that I don't have to torture my husband with talking to him nonsense. He doesn't even know what the hell's going on half the time. But I gotta tell you, we have so many amazing covers to go. I already have enough covers for the next 2 years for Redemption because I'd find a great artist and I was like, all right, you gotta do me a cover. And then for the Western one, I was I already have I have 2 variants for the first 7 issues, and then 2 other ones that I haven't even gotten to yet. So, and I have 2 on order. Ivan Tao is doing another one. He's the one that did that really amazing red one nurse outfit. So he's doing another one. I don't know if you know who Derek Chewy is, but he's doing one. So I'm excited to see those. My wallet's not as excited as I am. But and I already have Jeremy Rampack who did that cover there. He's already working on the 2 covers for the Western. So he's doing the front and the back of the hardcover and a random vampire one. So I'm super excited about that. And it was so funny because I don't need those to the end of next year. And he's like, I'm busy for the next 2 months. And I was like, I better do them. Like $1,000, man. I could have saved that for a year and a half. But no. I have to see what these look like. So anyway, so there we are.
Anyway. Yeah. So check out Worthy Chaos Redemption on Kickstarter. The link is actually down below. It's been playing this whole time. So yeah.
Rising.
Yeah, and buy a lot of it, guys, because we only got 8 days to go, and you don't want to miss out on this great campaign.
Yeah, get them while you can. There's amazing covers in there, and there's only like 25 of each. So
yeah.
Well, thank you.
Well, thank you very much for coming in. And before we go, guys, as always, check out my own work on, let's see, is IndiePlanet.com. We actually do have the Triple Threat Comics website being worked out right now, so it is up, and you can actually buy stuff on there. There's that. And, of course, tpublic.com, which I have my own merchandise for my character Little Ian and my character Codename Hunter. So check it out, guys.
That stuff. I love merch.
Yeah.
I know you didn't know that, but I love merch.
I know. So if you want to check out my stuff, just go to that link below.
Great.
I got merch up there, so don't worry about that.
Check out the merch, people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And as always, hit that like button and subscribe.
Thanks,
Well,
guys.
I think it's gonna be it for us. Carissa, thank you very much for coming on.
I appreciate it. I'll hopefully be back. I'll come back with the Western.
You'll be back. You'll be back. I'm gonna make sure that you come back.
Awesome. Awesome.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Have a good night, folks.
Cheers.